Alrighty. Okay. Welcome back to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Anime review episode number 20. Excuse me. Here reviewing the 50th episode of the anime, which is called, if I can get the thing up here. Okay. Sorry about this. It's just that my laptop apparently is just not wanting to work. Come on. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. My computer has been actless. Okay. Called The Saint's Intentions. This episode adapted from the prologue. And I thought last episode covered the whole chapter for chapter 1. It did not. No. It adapted all but the last handful of pages. That's actually different in the episode. And all steps about halfway through chapter 3. So here's what happened in the opening episode. We have it where the guy who works with the Harley Quinn Alliance, the person who's the president, who's in the form of a woman, where they're informing everybody that Claim is dead. And they are very sad the fact he's gone, the fact what the plan next. That's kind of what the scene is. And it's all from the prologue. Yes, this opening scene of the episode. And then pretty much most of this episode is focused on Hinata. Hinata. I pronounce it the way they pronounce the name in over Naruto. So Hinata, we see basically her reporting what happened, what events the previous season, where one of the Holoclans actually killed Roy Valentine, who is the female demon lord in charge of the West Holy Church, basically her brother. Yep. So, and we kind of see basically her rise to power, how she got her position where basically she blamed Rimuru for basically death of her teacher. Which all he did was simply absorb her body at her request. So we see basically her meeting the knights, and then eventually her within a year become a captain, and eventually joining knights, and then basically she becomes captain. We see basically a little bit of a montage of that, and then she finds out apparently the church is run by basically vampires. Takes out the retainer and his brother. And then, of course, Clementine decides to revive them, and agrees to keep, and of course has to go on trial, has to do a little trial, and of course, proceed. If you can be there, of course, she loses. And then she basically debriefs them what happened at the events in the last couple episodes of the season. It seems like basically this episode, previous one, is everybody being informed exactly what happened. So they agreed not to become enemies of Tempest. The fact that Valdora is back, that's a constant thing in this episode, as people are just shocked the fact that he's back. Don't mention the fact he's in human form, despite the fact that, that's kind of what happened. Oh, by the way, Malim is not in this episode. You was also not in this episode? Rimuru. He is mentioned frequently in this episode. This is also by far probably the first episode that he has not physically appeared in. There's no dialogue for him. I think it's I think last episode I had a brief flashback image for him. This episode, not really. There is no appearance by Rimuru, which I find that interesting. Normally he makes some kind of physical appearance. This episode, nope, he takes an episode off. So, they agreed basically on everything for now. Of course, they want to inform everybody about, the fact Valdora's back, and that's kind of the scene ends. It's about halfway through the season. There's no mention basically about, we'll probably get to that maybe next week. Who knows if they're going to get back to this. So, they greatly remove basically do what he does for the time being. So, pretty much right after this, and then we cut to the Kingdom of Falmouth, where the king basically agrees for reparations for the war. His brother Edward is not very happy with this at all. However, they're actually half brothers. And He, of course, made reparations, and he's also going to abdicate the throne. They also found what happened a little bit about Walpurgis. Yes, also the fact that Walt Clayman is dead, obviously. So, they get reparations, and Edward smiles, meaning he will go against the treaty, presumably. And Diablo is there signing the treaty, officially ending the war, the fact of reparations, and the king will basically abdicate the throne of his brother, obviously. And, well, that's kind of the episode in a nutshell. It's a great episode, and I can't wait for the next episode. And definitely with this one, I am caught up. Yep, I am officially caught up with all my anime. Well, not all my anime, but basically for this series, I'm caught up. So it looks like, though, presumably, I think that quite possibly we might be getting this review series on a Friday. Presumably. It's probably the first series I've reviewed that has the episodes come on Friday in a long time. I think the last one was maybe Bleach. Yep. But yeah, that's particular view. Next up we have is the Comic Corner, and then pretty much right afterwards, it's basically on to Black Butler. The reason why I want to do this next because the last time I watched anything anime wise this one was 6 years ago. Okay? But please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay? Next video.